Happy Tuesday, everyone. It is September 20th, and it is day 5 of our ACA Bootcamp. I hope this has been going well for you. I hope you're feeling more comfortable. I know I was getting questions last night by agents who are actually quoting and trying to enroll people that were on this call, this training, and have never done ACA before. So that is super fantastic. I love the progress. That's what this was all about. Continue the progress, continue asking me questions when it's all said and done. I'm here, I'll help you, don't stress. But today we are going to go into marketing. So now you know where your portals are, how to set up your portals, how to quote somebody. You saw live enrollment. So you have the general idea on what you're doing, but now we got to figure out how to get people, right? That's always our biggest challenge at the end of the day, is to get in front of more people. So today we're going to be doing that. I have Melissa on the call with me today. She helps me with all things in the office. She runs my office, but ultimately she does probably 80% of our advertising building, like the actual setup at this point. I used to do it all, but then Melissa came on board a year ago, and she was just so talented naturally with that kind of stuff. So I'm like, here, girlfriend, you do it. One less thing for me to worry about. And she does an amazing job. I know some of you on the call have actually worked with her personally and gotten some little things started for yourselves. She's always willing to help. And so she's going to walk us through some of that on what she does. And then I'm going to take you back around into the actual marketing strategies on how to tie it all together, where to go, how to set up marketing, and ultimately what you should be doing to drive more traffic. So let me share our screen. This here, we've got to get you guys set up here so I can man the chat and the screens and that over there. So day 5, marketing. You know, I actually love marketing. When we come up with the Medicare Wonder Woman, it just made marketing that much funner. Funner, is that a word? And my Cannonball logo, my Cannonball Insurance with the K, I mean, even when I started with that, I just knew right away there were so many cool ideas we could play off of that name. And that's part of the reason why I've chosen the names that I have chosen, because it makes it easier to come up with marketing ideas. So if you're still struggling with a logo or a name, if you're that new in the business, you might consider things like that. When you're trying to hone down a name, maybe be something in your name, be a little playful, because it does give you more avenues to market with it versus just being a generic insurance company. And then you kind of look like everybody else. So if you have kind of a playful name, if you don't have one set up yet, then you can kind of get something maybe that's a little more marketing friendly, and you can do more with it. Some of the things we've done around here, in the last year, we've actually had a video, an ad playing in 3 different movie theaters. They have average traffic of about 1 million people a year, and they had a super high volume of seniors, anywhere to 50 to 60% senior traffic. And so we did a video, and this plays before all movie theaters, or before all movies in all 3 of the movie theaters for the last year. So when you're doing marketing, you want to think creativity, but at the same time, you want to get your point across. So keep that in mind with everything you're doing. You want engagement, creativity, but at the same time, keep your point across. Mark said you couldn't hear the video. If you couldn't hear it either, it is live on TikTok, and you probably can hear it better in the replay. I put the mic up to it, but ultimately, I'm not sure on Zoom how that actually works. So sorry about that if you couldn't hear it thoroughly, but you can look it up on my YouTube channel, Medicare Wonder Woman. It is there. You can watch it and get some more ideas off of it, and it will be in the recordings. So creativity, purpose, and then grab people's attention. It's everything you want in a marketing piece. Now, Melissa is going to take it away and show you how to build these things out.
Good morning, guys. Okay, I know some of y'all said that you were beginners at this, and some of you are a little more experienced, like I know Hunter is. Can I get a 1 for the beginners in the chat, please? 1. Just type 1 if you have no clue what you're doing. This basically gives me an idea of how complicated I want to get today. I really didn't plan on getting that complicated, kind of going over the basics, giving y'all some ideas, stuff like that. When it comes to marketing, first thing you have to do is come up with your brand and your colors. It's wide open, guys. If you like turquoise, make turquoise one of your colors. If you like purple, make purple one of your colors. The only thing is you need to make them not absolutely crazy. And let's see, are you going to move through the slides, Rebecca, or because it's not letting me? When it comes to marketing also, we have found, especially on social media, that people like to see your face. They like to see real. They like to see just emotion and stuff seems to connect the most with the public. So you see, I'll do a lot with Rebecca's face on there. I'm fixing to go to stories with the agents and stuff like that, just to get more of a connection with the audience. This was actually one of the things that we did for our rodeo here. It's rodeo week here in Stephenville. It is one of the last rodeos before the finals that they can get that last bit of money. So they have 600 contestants and they give the first 400 bags. This is what we did to put in those 400 contestants' bags. Basically said, here's your ticket for a free consultation, and quote, you would be amazed at how many people in the rodeo world do not have medical insurance. It will blow your mind. On the back of it, we also do equine insurance. It's not on here, but on the back is actually, I'm on the flag team, and it is the flag team and me and my horse to promote our equine insurance part of it. Next. First thing you have to do is establish a logo and decide on your branding colors, like I said before. It's nice if you pick 2 fonts for consistency. I switch up between the fonts. We actually do have some kind of set fonts, but I tend to switch them up anyhow. Pick the social platform that you are comfortable with, or 2 if you think you can handle 2. Rebecca is on, it seems like, every single one of them. So we do Facebook, we do TikTok, we do YouTube, we do Instagram. She does LinkedIn. I tend to stick with Facebook and Instagram and TikTok for myself. It's just, I'm more comfortable with those social platforms. You have to post daily when you first start out for 2 weeks. Literally daily for 2 weeks. It does not matter what you say something. And then after that, it's usually about a 5-day-a-week minimum to stay in front of your audience. It's easy to make the content if you do it in advance. There's a content planner on Canva. I will show you where it's at, where you can just, if you want to spend 2 hours on a Sunday creating all of your stuff for that week, it's so much easier than to go, oh, I forgot to post today. I need to make something. So next. On the 7-day-a-week plan, this is what I have found is the best that works. When I first started out, I did not know this. I was constantly promoting KBI. I am in the move to change that now. The more that I've watched, the more people I've listened to that are great at this, I've learned so much on what gets noticed and what gets your name out there. So on the 7 days a week plan, 2 days a week, you want to post from a personal level. Whether or not it's you on vacation, whether or not it's you doing nothing on Sunday, you want to make it personal. Nothing about business, straight about personal. 2 days a week, you want to post about your business and what you offer, what services you offer. That's just to keep it in the forethought of their minds that, hey, I really like this person and this is what she does. You want someone to be able to say, hey, Melissa, I know exactly what she does. She's an insurance agent. She rides for the flag team. She has a couple of horses and she is psycho about her dogs. I raise corgis. If you're on my page, you know I post a lot of my dogs all the time. I mean, that everybody that knows me knows that. In fact, I get tagged in corgi pages. That's how you want to be about your business. So 1 day a week, you want to post something completely random. We have done trivia. We have done challenges. We have done questions. I mean, it's completely random. You can come up with anything. And then 2 days a week, you want to post something educational about insurance or your health. I find that educational about your health seems to attract more, or when it comes to educational about insurance itself, people like comparisons. I mean, you can compare, say, an eye exam cost at your local eye center versus what it would cost you if you had insurance. Stuff like that, people, they like seeing stuff like that. By the way, I'm not a public speaker, so if I stumble through some of this, I'm a behind the scenes person. Do I have another one before I switch over and you turn me loose? Oh, I guess I have 2 more. Okay, this is some of the stuff that we've done. As you can see, when we get out in the community, we show it. This is where we go to the senior centers once, twice a month. We go to a couple of them around here. You know, we're more than an insurance company. We care about the community, so we get out in the community. This is one of the random ones that I did with Rebecca. This is one of my funnier ones. And believe me, I've got a couple of them coming up. So if you're on her page, be on the lookout for it. This is one of the random ones as well for Friday. And this is what an insurance broker actually is. A lot of people don't know what a broker is. A lot of people think our services are, you know, we charge for the services and stuff, which all of us know we don't. We get paid by the carrier. So a lot of people don't know exactly what we do. What I like to say is we are for you. We're not with a carrier. We're not with the government. We are going to do what is in your best interest. We are going to ask those questions that they aren't asking you. You know, how's your mental health? Is your mental health going to be covered with this plan? What medications are you on? Are they going to be covered with this plan? You know, we like to dive in a little more and make sure that the plans are appropriate for you. Next. Now, when it comes to the platform, if you go with Instagram, and Facebook's kind of following these days, videos, carousels, and reels are the way to go. Main thing about those, you avoid low resolution, you don't put borders on them, and you don't do heavy text.
Hey, Melissa,
Yes,
what do you mean by carousel?
the carousels are, I'll show you on Instagram. I've got my Instagram pulled up. How many slides I got left? 3. We're going to run through 3 more slides, and then I'm going to take you out of her stuff and into mine, and I'll show you a little more. These are just like the basic information of building it, what you're going to need to know. On your profile information, especially on Instagram, you've got to have a strong profile pic, whether it's a professional pic, whether it's you with the family. It's got to have just meaning behind it. Your unique username, if your name is a common name, you're better off choosing a unique username. Just like if Rebecca Davis, if there's 10 Rebecca Davises around here, her best bet is to go with Medicare Wonder Woman. Everybody will know who she is instead of guessing which Rebecca Davis it is. Your nameplate is obviously your true name. On the bio, you need to put why someone should follow you and what's in it for them. Everybody wants to know what's in it for them. And I'll show you our Instagram and what I have on there. I actually have a test Instagram running right now that's separate from our actual Instagram. And then a link to the contact information is very important on there. When it comes to the trends, you need to look for trends in music, entertainment, topics, stuff like that to talk about. People like talking about them. Watch your competitors. It's okay to imitate them, but it's rude to duplicate them. Don't copy it word for word. Put your own touch to it. I saw last year we did the countdown to AEP. Once ours came out, a lot of people started doing it. That's fine. I get it. You know, all of us bounce each other's ideas off of each other. But put your own touch to it. That way it's more personal to you. Watch what performs well and what doesn't for ideas. Y'all do not know how many hours I put in watching boring TikTok videos or boring Instagram videos, trying to figure out why it's working and why it's not. Watch what questions they get asked and use those questions to educate your own audience on your page. That is the easiest thing to do. If you go on someone else's and you see all these questions getting asked, go on your own page and answer them. That way, those people tend to start coming to you because you have the answers. Hashtags, you used to be able to put 10, 20 of them, thinking it was going out all over. They recommend now like 3 to 6. Like, don't go overboard on the hashtags. When it comes to the hashtags, for those that don't know what hashtags are, they are what connects you in the way that if you go on Instagram and I put in health insurance, anybody with the hashtag health insurance, it's going to pop up all of their posts below it. If I go in and put Oh, let's see. Medical emergency. Everybody with medical emergency hashtag is going to pop up below it. It puts you in with those other videos that way. So be careful on what you put for the hashtags. A lot of them will get buried. You're better off to find things a little more like, how would you put it, Rebecca? More in tune with what you're saying, which I'll show you again when we flip over to the Instagram.
In your hashtag?
Yeah, on the hashtags.
So like if you're talking about Medicare, put hashtag Medicare. If you're talking about health insurance, put hashtag, family or individual health insurance, things like that. I hashtag a lot like Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, ACA, Obamacare. I hashtag Medicare Wonder Woman. When I hashtag that on everything. And also hashtag Cannonball Insurance, our site too, because then they'll pull up anybody else that has hashtagged us or added us, clients even like bragging about us and that stuff.
Yeah, you always want to hashtag yourself because that way you build your own, and when people look you up, they get to see everything. So reels are what's super popular right now. They're quick little videos. We'll get into that in a minute as to some of the ideas you can do there. But the biggest thing is it does not matter what you say. The quote is, messy action is better than no action at all. Post it. And this is what Canva is going to look like. So this is what we're about to go into. Now give me a second to figure out how to drop this thing. Now, when I drop this, if you guys have questions or anything like that, you're going to have to unmute to ask me because I will not see chat. This is Canva. Super, super easy, guys. Like, it cannot get any easier, especially for those that aren't sure how to do it.
Hold on, guys.
Hang on just a second, guys. Yeah. Okay. She had to jump in here because I am not a Zoomer. She's slowly teaching me to be a Zoomer. Okay, so this is what Canva can do. And this is a simple, guys. It may look complicated, but it is not. It is literally that easy.
Why don't you build something from scratch for them? Like, let's see. We got some new.
I'm getting there.
Hold on, let's pick a newbie out. Ronald Taylor. Use Ronald Taylor. Let's build something for Ronald and show him how easy this is to do.
Okay. I need Ronald to unmute then.
All right, I'm here.
You're here. What do you want to build? Do you want to build Facebook posts? Do you want to build a reel?
Let me see a Facebook post.
Up here is going to be all your stuff. If you're going to social media, hit social media, and it's going to come up with everything up here. And it goes over that way, but I kind of have you guys in my way. So, Facebook post. Ronald, do you have colors already?
Royal blue are my colors.
Royal blue. Okay. Well, let's go down here first.
Ronald, what state are you in? I know you're in a different state. That might help Melissa.
I'm in Missouri.
Missouri. Okay.
Right.
Let's step back 1 second, Rebecca, and go back to.
Do you want to look at my website?
I can pull it up in just a second. What we're
Okay.
going to do is we're going to go to brand real quick. On the home page, you see brand. You see brand kit. You're going to go over here to add new. As you can see, here's ours, Dante's, Melanie's, Jenny's, my dog's. You're going to do a new brand kit. Create. Right here is where you would put your logo. So, Ronald, do you have a logo?
I do.
Okay. What's your website?
Crown, CROWN, insurance, spell out insurance, STL.com.
Okay, so that's your logo?
That is.
Let me see if it will let me do this. Nope. Okay, so I see your tagline. I'm going to go ahead and save that too. All right, so back here, you can pull up that. Obviously, you're going to know where your logo is. It's going to import your logo, and it's going to put colors down from your logo. See how easy that is? If you want to add more, we're going to keep that. If you want to add more, like say you want to add a white. Here's where you add your fonts. You can put literally any style you want in here. You just go through, you pick your common fonts. Let's just say we'll go with that for now. It's automatically going to change all the way down. So now you have your template. So we will go back to home, go back to your design. Now, if you can't think of anything, you can see it automatically pops up all of these over here. I like to go towards the bottom because anybody that uses Canva will automatically pick one at the top. So I tend to scroll down a little bit and find something a little different. Let's go with that one. You click on that. It's got this, some of this we don't need. Let's see, we're going to do ACA. So we'll do a family picture. Is there something I can let her know? Is there an issue? Literally take that over, click it over. What was the initials, Ronald?
STL.
STL.com.
Yes.
You would put obviously your email there and whichever social media that you're on. Now here, you say whatever you want to say. Now you see how that's too big, kind of. Just pull it over. Do that. You can bring it back up. A lot of this is just playing with it. If you want it centered, you hit the little center button. So it has all of this. You can change the font. You can change the size. It kind of changes. You see it spell checks me because I can't spell believe, obviously. You can take those out. You can add them in. Now, the one little cool thing about this is elements. Let's say we want to, down here are frames. I'll put a frame in. I'm going to put that little sucker right there. I'm going to swipe Ron's picture.
Don't worry, Ron, we only stalk people we really like.
Right?
All right. All right. All right.
You upload. So you'll upload the photo there. You literally pull it over. Now, you can make it bigger, you can crop it, you know, either way you want to do it. Now, I'm going to say I don't like it in this because it kind of cuts the two of you off. So I'm going to do this instead. This is probably one of the coolest features this has now. Edit image, background remover. Now, for some of you that are thinking, oh God, I'm not remembering any of this, by all means, email me. I don't mind helping. I've got kind of a little set of presets that I will send you. But it takes the background out of it. So then it's just you two. And you can just play with it however you want to play with it. Now, usually I see so many taglines. I don't remember the taglines, to be honest. So I usually have to do this where I can text. You hit that, it gives you a text bar. Now that's kind of big. So I think I will move y'all up here, and you can just keep playing with it and playing with it until you find something that works for you.
Miss Beverly, that was me, Brandy. That's okay, no problem. We just wanted to reach out to you and make sure that you were still happy with your United Healthcare Medicare plan.
Always put
Okay.
your number, how to contact you, your website. Now, granted, I'm kind of bad about not always putting our website. So, I mean, don't freak out if you forget.
To help you roll it right back over, okay? You're very welcome.
As you can see,
Thank you.
this one's having a few issues. So what we are going to do is you can go up, you can hit one of these. Now, when it does that, it's there. It's just behind that. So if you right click it, you can send that backwards and position it that way. And it's as simple as that. Now, his brand colors, you saw that we had a couple of brand colors. If you go to style, you can click here. We can go to his brand colors, which are right here. Say I don't like that. It's okay, but I really don't like it. I want to see what my options are. In style, you pull up your brand color and you literally click on this. And it's going to change all through your brand colors until you see something else that you might think is more aesthetically pleasing. So say I like that one instead. And then you go with that. You just make sure that it's saved up there. I like to double save to make sure. This usually tells you if it's saved. And then it's there. That's how easy it is. Super easy to deal with. And there's so many things you can do with this program.
There's
The
even an
fun-
app for your phone, guys, and there's lots of times where I'm on the road traveling and I'll design something, I'll have like a thought and I'll literally just do it on my phone, traveling down the road or in the airplane. The other thing I'll do is Melissa always sends everything to me to basically proof, and I'm the one that actually does the posting. And on my phone, she'll send me permission. I'll look at it, and let's say when I'm looking at this and say, well, I actually want to change this, or I want my logo a little bigger, or I want to tweak it just a little bit. I can actually tweak what she sends me on my phone a little bit, or change something. Maybe verbiage, because her job is not to be compliant. That's my job. So maybe I'll change some verbiage that isn't compliant, and then I'll post it. But the cool thing is this is so easy and so flexible to use that even in her design, when she sends it to me, I can still edit it and make a few changes to it if I need to. So if you're working with a team or a partner, Ronald, like you and your wife, you guys can pass it almost back and forth until you figure out exactly what you finally land on.
Yeah, it's super, super easy. And like I said, the style thing, I recommend you go play with it. You may have liked the original design, but at least go flip through it to make sure that you don't see anything you might like better, which is all still within your brand colors. Now, the other thing is, like, this is some of the stuff that we've done. Keep in mind the special enrollment periods, because all year long you can advertise those. You can't advertise open enrollment all year long, but you can advertise the special enrollment periods, like the baby. It doesn't have to be complicated, guys. And as you see our little thing right there, if you have one like this that kind of shows through and you don't want it to show through, Elements will be your friend, because all you do is you shrink this little sucker down and you put it right there and you send it backwards. See how much better that shows up?
And then this is actually ultimately a video too.
I can get my little talk box out of the way. Now, I know some of you beginners are like, oh, dear God, a video, how on earth? It's just as easy as the other.
I stole a baby from the hospital just so we could make it.
You would. Okay. So who doesn't have health insurance? Another video. How did I make that? It's your basic black background with your verbiage. And then you go over to videos. Whatever you want it. Hands in the air. And you can see if you just put your cursor over it, it'll usually come up. Now, granted, sometimes it comes up with some funky things. I don't think I did the hands in your air there. I think I did raise your hand. And let's say this one, click on it. There it is, hands waving. The music, just as easy. Go to audio. Type in cheering. Now it comes up with all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, actually you have to kind of go through here and listen to them.
We can't hear the audio. For some reason that video record, the music stuff's not playing. That same problem with the video. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, if you go to the audio and just play this, it's people cheering, and all you do is literally click over here and it's going to add it. So we'll take that one off.
Melissa, can you show us a reel? I'm not really familiar with reels. How long are they supposed to be?
They like them a minute and less. I mean, sometimes it's a little more information, like here's a reel. It kind of sucks y'all can't hear the noise to it, but it's just a short video with what you want to say. Because I don't know if you have Facebook or you have Instagram, if you scroll through, you'll see in the middle of the Facebook feed, you'll see these reels. And most people, instead of reading all the text on an actual post, they'll watch a short video.
Hey, it's Hunter with hair. That last one.
Oh, you're so wrong.
It kind of looked like him.
Okay, so let me see
That's what
how
I was
far.
working on a while ago. I put a video on my story, and I've never really put anything on my story, and it was a 39-second video, and it cut it off. So I don't know how to fix that.
On which story? On Instagram or Facebook?
On my Facebook.
Facebook has a time limit.
Reels are longer. Stories are shorter.
Yes. Like this one, I don't have music and you can voice over as well. Like if you want your voice on it, it's super easy. So let's go create a reel. Instagram reel. Instagram reels will also go into Facebook if you have it connected. So let's see, give me a second. Who else wants to volunteer?
I picked on Kelly yesterday. Why don't you use, or Sherry, sorry, I picked on Sherry. Why don't you do one for her?
Let's do it.
Sherry, you have a website?
I do. It's a long one.
Shoot it to me.
Sherry Kelly.
With an I, right?
2 R's, 1 I. EY. Insurance. Advisor.com.
Ooh, that's a mouthful.
Yes.
All right. Save images. I'm just going to go ahead and copy this now. Okay. Sherry, I'm going to make you use your brain. What do you want your reel to be about?
Oh, I don't know. I've not done a reel, so
Do you well, think of ACA insurance. Do you want it to be about the family? Do you want it to be about a baby? Do you want it to be about moving? Do you want
Family.
it to be okay. Videos. Family.
Pick the one with the mask. That looks like a health issue.
Right?
That one?
Yep.
It's behind glass though. It's not real clear.
That's the whole video. Or like a health, actually, put a hospital scene. Actually find somebody in a hospital, like family with hospital.
Now you see how it doesn't line up right.
Mm-hmm.
If you crop it, you can at least get the main people in there to scoot it over. And I mean, it's going to move with it. Now say I don't want 15 seconds of it. You go down here and you shorten it. All you got to do is pull it over. And
Well, if you're going with baby, how about bringing baby home?
Mm-hmm.
it always takes me a minute to kind of roll through some of these.
Oh, I know, you could go hospital to a little bigger baby to then like an older kid to a graduation. You could do your health insurance. We're here with you every step of the way.
Love it.
You just have to make sure stuff like that kind of jives. We'll just say that that's the kid. Obviously, we don't need 30 seconds of the kid. And I'm just going to assume that this is a boy. But see how easy it is that you just keep typing
Mm-hmm.
in the thing and it comes up. And the thing that takes you the longest is just scrolling through and trying to make it all cohesive.
Yeah, I definitely like the options better in Canva, and I've used Canva, and that's where my logo came from. But I actually had been using Poster My Wall, but I'm going to change that. My subscription's coming to renewal, so. And
Like-
Canva's cheaper.
Yeah. And you see how I just did that? I hit teenager, but then when it was showing me all girls, I just hit boys to kind of narrow it down even more.
Mm-hmm.
So now I just got to find a little blonde hair. Yeah, you look close enough.
Oh, blonde man getting married. You can end with that.
You're on it.
Me and Melissa make a good team.
We all need a Melissa.
Now, the great thing about Canva, and I don't know if everybody knows this yet, is next year they have a lot of big changes coming up. They are going to be like major. They're getting AI involved. So for some of you that are like, I have this picture in my head, but I don't know for sure what I want. Let's just try wedding since nothing's coming up there. You're going to be able next year to type in, say, we put a picture of Rebecca in a chair. I decide I want Rebecca on a beach. It's going to change her background to a beach for you. Say I want hermit crabs running across the sand. All I have to do is type in hermit crab on the beach. It's
Do
going
the
to
sunset one.
it's going to add a hermit crab on the beach. I mean, they're getting crazy next year with this. Okay, so we got 30 seconds worth.
Well, we can't hear the music anyways.
I know, I was just kind of looking. You know me, I'm always looking at options. Looking at options, man.
Now I have a question. Is that like the typical number of frames you would want to put on a reel?
Does not matter.
Okay. Because I'm
Does-
also thinking ahead that they got married and then they had a kid.
Yeah, like it does not matter. The biggest thing on a reel is the shorter it is, the more likely it's going to be watched.
Right.
And now they're saying the latest thing is the more information you put on here, Instagram loves it when their reels get watched over and over and over again. So what I'm finding is if you list out a bunch of stuff right here real quick and you only give them 3 or 7 seconds to read it, they're going to have to either rewatch it or they're going to have to pause it. And Instagram loves that stuff. They'll show it more and more.
Right.
So, I mean, you see how it rolls through the video. You put whatever text you want with it.
Nice.
You know, whether you want to
That's
say
easy.
from here, from the moment you arrive throughout your life, we're always here. And like you said, if you go over here and you have that they have a baby and we're here for those, you know, that
Here for generations.
and here for generations. Exactly. See, you got this. You got this. You got this. And Canva does have the free version or it has the professional. Obviously, we have the professional because I got frustrated not getting to the stuff that I wanted to get to.
Mm-hmm.
I think we actually have 3 professional versions because I already had it bought and she didn't know it.
I didn't know it. I went and bought myself the version. So that's why, like, if you go in our actual Canva stuff, it's mixed with her stuff and my dog stuff. And so, but yeah. But you add everything on. Just remember, upload file, And what I always do is the very last page. Make sure they know who you are on the very last page.
Well, you all probably could put your canvas together for Canva Teen. And I'll pay less.
I keep joking with Rebecca, as much Amazon stuff as she gets, we should get into that. Now, every now and then it'll do that. It's usually because there's an internet issue.
Mm-hmm.
You just go back and give it a few minutes.
Yeah.
And the background's super easy. So you don't like that background, you change it. Whatever you want, even though I'm on Ronald's colors.
Cool. I like it.
And see, it comes up with a palette. Anytime you throw a photo up here, it's going to come up with a color-like palette down here. Now, granted, you may have to scroll down a little bit to get to it, but you're going to have the colors picked out in the photos for you to choose from if you want to keep it cohesive.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not going to do it.
That's okay.
So
Thank you. That's
you're
awesome.
welcome. You're welcome. But as you can see, Reels, holidays, stress the holidays. That's the fun time for me. I mean, we did holiday trivia, we did countdown, 12 days of insurance last year. But I flippin' love the holidays because you can literally find almost anything on Canva. And especially next year when they come out with the AI where you can tell it what you're thinking in your head, but you can't necessarily describe it, like, or put it together. They'll put it together or give you a good head start on it. So these are the ones, if you guys want, I will send these to you. These are literally plug and plays. You have some verbiage. Obviously, you're going to have to put some stuff in there, your slogan, your tagline, your picture, your logo, your phone number, and your website. But they are.
I'm sorry, Melissa, are these this that you're showing us right now is one that's already in Canva?
No, this is one that I created
Oh.
for you guys to send you, that literally all you have to do is put your information in and you're ready to go.
Sweet.
So there's 3 or 4 of them, I think. And you can,
Fantastic.
obviously you can change verbiage. I mean, it's, you guys see how simple it is to change verbiage. When it comes to open enrollment, start promoting it. We're close enough. You can start promoting with the dates and stuff. Obviously, this is for one once it starts. And let's see. I use my dogs a lot, if you can't tell. People love babies and dogs. I will tell you that right now. You will get the most attention with babies and dogs. So there's one for the moving. That's my dogs. One of the challenge posts. You want action. You want people to comment, ask them questions, see if you can't get them to respond below. Stuff like that. The more engagement you get, the more your name gets out there. Here's one of my kind of funnier I did, I done. I mean, we all know what happens. Do not forget your graduations. A lot of these college kids are coming off of their parents' plans. So you guys remember to target those graduating around you too. That was one of, and these are just to give you an idea because I'm fixing to turn it back over to Rebecca so she can tell you what to do with them. That was one of the 12 Days of Christmas. I mean, literally, it is wide open what you can do with this. One of the information ones. People like information. So that's why I said twice a week, give them information. They like price comparisons. They like stuff like that. We did, leftover eggnog post, Medicare supplement stuff.
Billboards are pretty popular right now, Melissa. Why don't you show them the billboard?
Okay. This is one of the later ones I've done for her. It's bright, it's bold, it doesn't have a whole lot of information. By all means, if you have done something, do not hesitate to brag on yourself. We have been voted consistently year after year as one of the best VRAF. Brag on yourself. You have good reviews, use those reviews. Use your Google reviews. Do quotes. I mean, this is one of Rebecca's.
That's straight out of my book.
Yeah, that's straight out of your book. So, I mean, kudos to yourself if you have a good review, anything like that. People want to see they can trust you. The more they feel they can trust you and the more they feel connected to you, the more business you're going to do. So, we had Throwback Thursdays. I don't know how many of y'all know. That's Rebecca. That's not even a third of her buckle table of what she's won in her earlier years, but a lot of people don't know that about her. That's her mom. That's her dad. There's Cannon when he was little. There's one of her major accomplishments. Let the people get to know you. Taco Tuesdays are big. Everybody loves Taco Tuesday.
All right, throw up the billboard and then I'm going to have to take it away. I'm probably going to run long today,
Okay.
guys. I hope you're okay with that.
And the billboard would be.
Just because a lot of people have been posting billboards and doing billboards this year. And we designed, I have 3 billboards fixing to go up myself. And we designed the billboard in Canva.
That's the billboard that's fixing to go up in 3 places. Well, 2 places. I have to redo one because it's a square.
Wait, I thought it was the one with dental vision hearing.
Oh, you wanted to go with the Stephenville one.
No, there's a Granbury final. That's the one we're supposed to use for all of them.
You like the Stephenville.
The Granbury final is the same. Where is it? This is slightly different. Yep, that one.
So that is what she is putting up around here. But she is going to tell you what to do with all this. One more thing before I turn it over to her when she starts talking about creating flyers and postcards and table tents and all that. It's all right here, folks. Literally all right here. All you have to do is go into Canva and pull up the template. It'll give you an idea to start with, or you can create a blank one. But this literally has everything you could possibly think of in here. This little thing keeps getting in my way. Even down to stuff like that. It's just a matter of going in, playing with it, see what all it has and everything. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, any problems, you say, hey, I'm stuck on something. I don't know what to do here. I created this. It looks like it may be a little bland. Can you help me out? I am more than happy to help you out. Because this is my jam. So, I mean, it's even stuff like let's go gold confetti. It's as simple as that. I mean, I know it looks a little funky right there, but you can do stars, you can do confetti, you can do anything. Another way on this is hashtag star. There's your star. If you have Google review and it's a 5-star review, put 5-star review on there. People like to see your accomplishments. So with that said, I am going to flip it back over to Rebecca so she can tell you some of her grassroots.
Alrighty. How do you print out an ad? We can print, actually you can order print materials right out of Canva, but I usually have tons of coupons in Vistaprint, so we'll just download it and then upload it in Vistaprint and have them printed and shipped to us. It's pretty simple.
Canva is getting more and more affordable, so if you just want to go straight from Canva, they're actually getting pretty close to Vista, to be honest.
We're so link Melissa, I just hit share screen and I could grab your computer. Let's go back to where we were. Chat. All right, guys. Now you kind of see how to build stuff, how you can be creative. But once you've done that, then what do you do with it from there, right? Okay, so now I have these ads. I've made these flyers. Now what? Congratulations me. I got all this stuff saved on my desktop. So some of you might have seen this. If you've seen me speak around, I've been doing this grassroots presentation. I really like it. You guys are going to get a few more visuals though than they get on the road. But let's dig into it. So the first one is your let's get local scene. You know, if you know me, you know I'm huge on grassroots. Hell, I even wrote a book about it. And the first 3 years I was in business, never bought a lead, 100% grassroots. And this is my 6th AEP. And honestly, we only buy leads now because I have a team to feed in the office. And then we try to help agents out in the field as well. But for me personally, I don't need a lead. I've never needed a lead. I've done it the old fashioned way with sweat equity, and it works. So if you're somebody, if you're really new to the business and don't have any extra funds to be trying to go buy leads or do a bunch of paid stuff, it's okay. You don't have to. You can build a business without doing all that, I promise. So first and foremost, you need to join your Chamber of Commerce in your local area. If you're in smaller towns and your towns are close together, you might even join more than one. depending on how small of a town you have and how close your county lines or town, not counties, but towns are together. Our chamber is really great. Not all chambers are created equal, and I get that too. So, double check when you go to join the chamber, what kind of events they do. Do they have events? Our chamber does Halloween bashes on the square. They do Christmas bashes on the square. They do ribbon cuttings. They do like chamber mixers in your offices, almost kind of like a lunch and learn kind of thing. So the more active your chamber is, the more free things you're going to have access to, the more meet and greets and the more events you're going to be able to get into that's not going to cost anything, where you can meet other people. Now with the chamber, you are generally meeting a lot of business owners, especially at the ribbon cuttings or the chamber mixers. You're going to be business to business. That's how you build referral partners. That's how we've gotten a lot of our real estate referral partners. And you build business to business. Now, when you do the chamber family events like the Halloween festival or the Christmas festival, and they have other ones throughout the year, now it's business to client. You're seeking out your perfect client at those events. Set up a booth, set up a table. Remember, with ACA, and you are going to see some Medicare stuff on here, it's just because it's part of my slides, but with ACA, remember, we don't have a lot in compliance. There's not much you have to worry about. You can go set up a table. You don't have to report it to anybody. You can tell people what you do. You can hand out flyers. All of that is legal with ACA, which you can't necessarily do that with Medicare, but you can with ACA. So first and foremost with ACA, the rules and regulations are very lax. Just don't lie, speak the truth, don't do anything fraudulent, and you'll be fine. So join your chamber, get involved with the chamber. You can still have lunch and learns with business owners, just like you do for Medicare. It's really great with doctor's offices still, and it's really great with like PNC insurance agents. They have hundreds of people on their books of business. And if they're like a captive PNC, like an Allstate, State Farm, places like that, they don't really do health. And believe me, they don't want to. I get lots of referral business from PNC businesses. And that's, for those of you who don't know, that's home and auto places that do home and auto insurance, but don't do health insurance. Now, the one thing you have to watch out for, a lot of those home and auto people, they will do life insurance. So Hunter, leave your life insurance in your pocket. Don't talk about it because they don't want you stealing their life insurance business. Talk about health insurance. If you do Medicare, talk about Medicare too, how you can help them. How that you don't do home and auto insurance. And when they refer a client to you, how they're safe with you, how you're not going to steal that business. And then you might even get asked for home and auto insurance. I do all the time because we used to do it. I don't do it anymore. We've gotten way too big to handle anymore. So I refer that business out, and I've just created a referral partner. You can also have lunch and learns with real estate offices. Again, real estate office, when you got somebody first moves in, first moves out, that's an SEP for ACA and for Medicare. They need to know that. If you get really good friends with some of them, you'll be able to do a flyer and put it in their documents and get them set up for closing documents. We've got some great real estate referral partners. Host fun activities. I know we do it for Medicare, but guess what, guys? You can do it for ACA too. I've done the meet and greet with the Paw Patrol at my office where kids come and take pictures. I've done Santa pictures at my office. I've done, cookie decorating things. We do Halloween. We're a safe place for Halloween. The kids can come trick or treat us. In the summer, we do giveaways. Like our page, join our page, follow us, come get a free quote, things like that. And so, they get a ticket to sign up for a gas grill, barbecue grill. Or, the Christmas time, we've given away those like little metal fire pits, and we put like all the stuff to make s'mores in there and the sticks, and we give those away to families. For Thanksgiving, we are known to give away turkey dinners. We have people submit somebody they think that needs more help this year. And if they get picked, we'll go deliver the turkey dinner to them on Wednesday. And we'll go surprise them. And we videoed ourselves doing that. It's been live on social media. when you do stuff like that too in your local market, your local people take notice and they're going to talk about you. You could end up getting free advertisement in the local paper because of it. So look for any place to host activities. Sign up for carrier use opportunities. Obviously, that's a Medicare thing, not really an ACA thing. So, but you never know. It doesn't hurt to talk to your ACA carriers, especially if they're really strong in a market. They may be able to do a flyer for you still. But generally, that is definitely a Medicare thing. You know what? Get involved in your local senior center. That's obviously a Medicare thing. But is it? Because all those seniors have family and they have grandkids and they have children. And a lot of times those family members, especially around the holiday time, will be there with their senior for some of these parties. So maybe you strategically only do those opportunities like during the Christmas events, ours have like dance events once a month, you know, where their families are more apt to come and you can meet the whole family. And then if you do Medicare and ACA, not only are you meeting the senior, but you're meeting the family, you can share the whole family as well. So how to apply for LIS Extra Help? Obviously, that's not an ACA thing, but what is an ACA thing is the low income subsidy thing going on right now where it's a year-round enrollment. Talk about that. You know, I showed you a slide that had, you know, who qualifies if you're from this bracket to this bracket and how many people in your household. You know, post things like that and say, and just be generic. You don't want to like hurt anybody's feelings, but be generic. Just be like, if you fall in between here and here, you might qualify for a zero cost insurance plan. I can help. Just think outside the box when you get local. I mean, we've done the 4th of July parade. We've had floats in it. We've done the Christmas parades. We sponsor fireworks for the foster homes. We send the foster homes kids. We help support them and send them on summer vacations. And a foster home, believe it or not, if you have one in your town, the people that work there generally don't have group health, but they get a stipend. So you can help them with their insurance. And there's a bunch of people in that organization. We insure a lot of people out of our foster home. Plus, then the kids get to know you. They have all ages of kids. The kids graduate and move on. And if you're somebody that sent them on summer vacations or sponsored fireworks for them, they're going to remember that. And you eventually will have their business too down the road. So just get involved in your local. You can never not get involved enough. So don't ever think you're overdoing it. People like to work with people within their community. People like to work with people that give a damn, for lack of better words, about their fellow man. So show up, be supportive. We do things with the local high school. We have hand clappers and pom-poms, and we've done towels at the games. We've done stuff for the local college. We've done soccer teams. We sponsored soccer teams. Our names are on the back of their jersey. I mean, there are so many opportunities for you to put your name and logo on stuff in your own community that could be a full-time job in itself. I promise you, if you go looking for those opportunities, they are there. Let's get social. Obviously, we just showed you how to do a bunch of different things for social media. You know, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. I don't do Twitter. I always say I had to ask how to spell it because I was trying to spell it like tweet, T-W-E-A-T-R. That's how little I do Twitter. I don't understand it, but I know it's a huge social media platform. So if you do Twitter, you might be one of the few agents that actually are on it, and you might hit a home run there because I don't know very many agents that actually do Twitter either. But if you do, you could probably hit a home run there. I personally focus on Facebook and TikTok. I share stuff to Instagram and LinkedIn. To be quite honest, I have no idea what I'm doing on those two platforms. And then I do a little bit on YouTube. I share like some training videos and then things like that. Melissa's on my case all the time because I don't carve out enough time to do long videos. That's why I like TikTok. I can always come up with a minute to 3 minutes to shoot something and post it on TikTok. I love TikTok for that reason. I don't like to sit in front of a camera for 30, 40 minutes shooting a YouTube video. I don't think I have ADHD, but I think I do have ADHD because I notice when Melissa sends me those reels, I'm always shortening up the length of them because like I'm bored watching it. And if I'm bored, then I feel like somebody else might be. So I'm shortening up the video lengths to make them twist faster. So I think I have a little bit of ADD in there. Facebook has always been great to us. I know a lot of people do paid advertising. We do some too, but honestly, over the years, the best business we have ever gotten on Facebook is by organic reach, organic growth, just posting to our circle, joining the local classified groups, the buy, sell, trade pages groups, the classified groups, the rant and rave page groups. Get involved in all those groups. Be helpful. Know your town. If you can recommend a contractor, recommend a contractor. If you can recommend a massage therapist, recommend a massage therapist. And you can post in those buy, sell, trade pages too. I usually post, there's instead of the actual listing, there's another spot, it's called discussion. I'll pick that and I'll post under discussion because I don't need to put in a price and things like that. So I will give a little bit of educational information. And then generally I'll post maybe even a quote for Obamacare. Because guess what? I can do that. It's legal. And I'll put like, this is a family of 3 making $40,000 a year in our area and post a quote. And when it's like $3 or $0 for a decent insurance plan, I get tons and tons and tons of leads off of it. I had one several years ago, well, right when Trump took office, I did a post in one of those groups because a lot of people were really concerned that Trump was going to like end Obamacare. So once he took office and we've got the new information for the next year on Obamacare and everything was going to be just fine. In fact, the subsidies had even gone up. They were going to be better. I made a post and I don't get political. And this wasn't meant to be a political post, but I just said, for those of you worried what Trump is going to do your health insurance, take a look at this. It's great. There's nothing to worry about. And I posted a quote and I had over 500 leads. They messaged me, they commented, they called. I couldn't even get to them all. This is when I was really new. About 4 years ago. LOA in the office and myself, and we could not get to them. Excuse me. So organic Facebook social media still works. People tag us all the time. People post in there, I need health insurance. I just moved here. Where do I go? Cannonball, 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 Rebecca, 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 or Wendy and Brooke, and girls on my team because they've helped them. And they'll tag them. And it's instant validation of what we do for people. People always go to people that get referred first and foremost. And then you can even go into social media. And if you see a post like that, tag yourself, put your website on there, put your business page on there, and then reach out and be like, I saw you're needing help. I can help. What can I do for you? You know, don't be weird. Just be human. They need a need filled. You saw that and you're willing to help. And a lot of times people like that, you know, I'm sending messages at 8, 9 o'clock at night and they hit me back at that time of day because they have time, and I'll be on the couch at 9:30 at night. I'll be working up a quote for somebody and just taking pictures, doing it through social media. To the point they're like, okay, great. And I have them wrote by 10 o'clock that night before anybody else saw their tags and had a chance to reach out to them. Excuse me, guys. I got something stuck in my throat. On TikTok, we have almost 11,000 followers now. My best insurance video has not over 92,000 views. And then my best video in general has over 3.5 million views. People are watching. They watch everything you do. Don't make everything about business on your social media, as Melissa just talked about. You've got to keep it mixed up because They're not going to just follow you if all you do is talk about your business or talk. You got to keep it interesting. I generally will post the personal stuff. You've seen my 2022 adventures in 2022. I post about that. I talk about that. When I'm on the road at conferences, I post about that. I talk about that because that is personal stuff. Melissa doesn't build those out for me. I do that because that is personal, and that's how they're getting to know me. Now, will she take pictures from those events and do other stuff with it? Of course. But I am the one that's interacting with the audience. I am the one that's personally talking about that stuff. As I said earlier, when Melissa's going through her stuff, I'm the one that posts all the reels. I'm the one that posts all the ads she builds. She builds them and sends them to me. I'll tweak them if I feel like I need to for my style or something I would say, but it just doesn't sound like me. And then I post. Everything does get run through me. I'm 100% involved in all my marketing because nobody knows yourself better than you. Nobody knows your brand better than you. Nobody knows the point you want to get across better than you. Once you're all are 9-figure earners, then I guess you can pass the torch on, because by then you're going to be, you know, on the road in your private jet and probably not there. But until you get there, this business is personal because it's yours, and nobody is going to steer it or drive that bus better than you. Melissa does an absolutely fantastic job, and Melissa does more or knows more about me than just somebody random. She's actually been a part of our family for like 6 years now. So she knew what I did before I hired her in. We were just at dinner one day and I'm like, oh, I'm pulling my hair out. I need somebody else in my office. And I stole her from where she was working. So she has an insight to me on a personal level that most staff people don't. But at the same time, she still doesn't know everything about me. It's still my vision and what I want out of this. So keep it personal. Always think about that. It's your vision, your business. Even if you get help, even if you hire somebody off of Fiverr, even if you ask for Melissa to help, don't be afraid to be like, hey, can you do this? Or can you say this? Or how do I tweak that myself? Because this sounds more like me. Or this is the point I want to get across. That's how you stand out on social media. Yeah, you might steal our ad concept. Was it Amy? But make it your own, because believe me, if we post that or Sherry posts that and then you post it, now it's going to sound all the same, and you don't want that. You want to stand out. Maybe your story, maybe you take the exact same concept, but maybe you have pictures when you were pregnant, and you have pictures when you had a child, and you had pictures when you got married. Now it's about you and your story. So you want to make that connection. We're in a relationship business, and grassroots does not just mean in person. You can absolutely build a relationship and have grassroots marketing on social media. And I think that's where a lot of people miss the mark. They're so busy trying to keep up with the paid ads or the Joneses, they're not building a relationship on social media. It's still about building that relationship. It's still about talking to people. You guys follow Sandra, you know, she talks about doing the 5x5x5. One of the 5 steps is actually reaching out and messaging people and checking on them and asking how they're doing, because that's how you build relationships. So last thing in your whole plug and play is you're going to get postal. Let's get postal, which means you're going to do flyers. You're going to do marketing kits. You're going to do postcards. The Reminder Media magazine. I talk about this a lot for other things. You absolutely can. Oh, I gotta take my, hold on. My video slide off so you can see this. This is the Reminder magazine. You see me talk. You see me talk about it a lot. It's got my picture on the front. It's got my stuff on the back cover. It's got a letter on the inside cover. My picture, and that's a letter you can do yourself. You can do these pull-out cards. So this one, it's just for kids cupcake cones. It's like a recipe. You guys can see And my name and logos on there. They're pull-out cards. There's a couple of them. And ultimately, this is a very nice tabletop magazine. The only ads in here are yours. And I do that through the Reminder Media magazine. And if you tell them that you're hooked up with Cannonball, or if you have my book, you scan the QR code in the book, I think you get like 50 free magazines to try. You can mail them out to your current clients. You can mail them out to businesses and have them put on their coffee tables, like doctors' offices, dental offices, real estate offices, any place that has a waiting period. You can send them to new business. Maybe that's something, if you get with a real estate agent, maybe that's something you put in their closing documents, or like a welcome to the neighborhood kit. You can get those mailing lists. The chamber, I talked about the chamber earlier. The chamber also has a mailing list of everybody that's ever joined their chamber. You can get that list from them once a year, and you can do a postcard, or you can do a newsletter introducing yourself. If you do it more than once a year, you have the list, have fun with it. We do, like I said, a welcome to the neighborhood letter. We advertise in newspapers. We do oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. We do it quarterly, a newsletter. We do a newsletter. We send it out to our current clients, letting them know what's going on, letting them know if they got a friend that we can help, send them our way. And then we'll take those newsletters and we'll put them around town for other people just to randomly pick up. I have agents that will make a flyer, and then they will go tag cars in the Walmart parking lot, put them on every car windshield, and they get like to 10 to 20% return rate off of an ACA flyer they put on car windshields. I will take those same flyers and I'll put them on any bulletin board in the neighborhood. You know, churches have bulletin boards, the chamber has bulletin boards, your Tractor Supplies, your Ace Hardwares, your Big Lots, all those places have bulletin boards, generally somewhere in the store. Bathroom stalls. I've been known to take tape in my flyers with me, tape them inside bathroom stalls early on. I didn't care. Any place could be a billboard. Just slap the information up there. If it stayed up there a day, a week, a month, 10 years, it didn't matter. The information was getting out. I have some flyers that I've done like 6 years ago, early, have the little tear things. Every once in a while, one of those little tear-offs will show up in my office. And I was like, holy crap, that flyer is still up? That's like a lifetime ago. But they'll have the tear-off piece from that flyer. I know where it came from. So here's some pictures of things. We've done donuts and coffee for National Donut Day in the office. We'll go across the top. There's Canon passing out donuts when people were lined up along the street waiting for parades to start, things like that. That's the Reminder Media magazine, a different version of it that you're seeing right there. Going across, we have our chamber mixer event. Notice I did it in October. I do it for a couple of reasons in October. One, I love Halloween, probably one of my most favorite holidays. Two, it's also right before ACA enrollment period and right during Medicare enrollment period. So when I'm having this chamber mix, I'm getting all the businesses in town gathered in my office for food and wine, and they do a live broadcast to the community when they interview me, and I get to talk about open enrollment because we're literally in open enrollment. Works out splendidly. Then drop down, that's a your local, we're local. It is about Medicare, but you can do the absolute same thing with ACA. That's the neat thing. All your Medicare marketing, like many pieces got built, you just change out some verbiage and now you got an ACA piece. Change them out, they're interchangeable. Down at the bottom with the dog, that was a mutt strut we did. It was for seniors and family. You know, to generate dog food for Meals on Wheels. A lot of people don't know this, that Meals on Wheels delivers food, like lunches and dinners, but they did not know they deliver pet food. They do. So we did a whole day event called the Mutt Strut, where we had a glorified dog show, and the entry fee was a bag of dog food. I had like 50 vendors. I had every Pampered Chef, every Scentsy person, every local artisan you could think of there showed up, had a booth. I had a snow cone machine. We had a cook shack. We had a full-on petting zoo there. We had so much stuff, and half the town came. It was great. We got in every newspaper. It was all over social media. I mean, the bigger you outside the box you can think that creates family involvement, the better it's going to be. When I did the meet and greet for the Paw Patrol, I had them in front of my office. I then did Coke floats because it was 4th of July. And then we also did temporary tattoos that we put on the kids. So they got up, it was basically selfies with the Paw Patrol. So I didn't pay a cameraman. The Paw Patrol were just there. The kids climbed in their laps. The parents took selfies. So it was 100% a free event for the families. Took their selfie. Then the kid moved on and got their tattoo on their arm or on their face, wherever they wanted it, of our logo. It was a tattoo, a temporary tattoo of our logo. And then they moved on and got their Coke float. We did that in the morning. We had over 500 people show up for that. The line was wrapped around our building for hours. There is live footage of it on my Facebook page. If you go way back, it is there. You can see it. Then here's the strategic part. So now they got tattoos of my Cannonball logo on their face, on their arms, on their hands, wherever they decided to put it. Well, in our town and in most towns for 4th of July, there's a festival, and ours is held at the park. So now these kids went from my office, because I did my thing in the morning, and went straight from my office to the park, where they walked around and rode the rides and did all the things all day with my logo on their face. I had 500 kids walking around as bulletin boards for Cannonball Insurance. So when you think about working with the community, think about things that can last a little longer. It's not just a donut, or it's not just a float, but something with it that'll carry out through the day potentially. Or like I said, when you put flyers on bulletin boards, they're going to be up there for a very long time. Some people change them out. Other stores, they don't touch them. They'll stay there till God knows when. They just stay up there until somebody else rips it down. So get creative. I can make any idea into an event. I dare you to give me something I can't take into an event. I could even make it in a Medicare event if you're Medicare and make it compliant for you. I promise I can. I've made the craziest events out of nothing. So don't be scared. I'm going to go through the next 2 slides, but then I'm going to go back to the big camera because I got some stuff I want to show you. This is my book. It's on Amazon. If you don't have it and you need tips or more marketing ideas, there's 101 in here. They are Medicare and ACA approved, we'll say. There's all different kinds of stuff in here. Any event you can turn into a Medicare event, and any event you can turn into an ACA event. It's just slight tweaking. So if you need more marketing ideas, get the book. And then you guys might want to take a screenshot of this. It has my information on it if you need to reach me after this event. For the women in the group, if you like trainings like this, I do them for me and Miss Faye, actually my partner for Club Win, does trainings like this every week on Wednesday live. Go to clubwin.com and join our group, and then you can get in on trainings like this. And we also have a ladies only retreat in February in Florida. It's a fun time. We have other trainers. Galen Hendricks is one of our trainers. Emily Trevino, Myra Luna, who you saw yesterday. Anna St. Thomas. Faye Horton, of course, is my partner. And then Victoria Cabrera with the Medicare space. So we have designated trainers who train and teach. So for the ladies, if you're looking for a safe place to learn, this is a great one. Now I want to stop share because I have some other pieces here that goes along with the grassroots stuff that I know is hard to see like that. So We're gonna do this. Also, why is your face up there? Ah. It's not working. Uh-oh. Ah, it's not. Okay. So this is a flyer, a trifold flyer that we have in the office. It talks about the office, talks about us. And then on the inside, another picture, you saw the picture, some of our awards for health insurance. Talks more about us. And then this is a little bit older because it talks about auto insurance too, but it lists all the products we have. And then on the back, it has our hours and our other info. So we pass these out. Some of the things we put in, like take to the chamber and put out in folders. We do, and when our clients enroll with us, they get a folder with our information. It holds a business card. We have a product sheet that tells them all the other products we do. We have a welcome letter. We put their policy confirmation pages and documents in there. I give them, this is a car air freshener with our logo. This is lemon scent. They put it in their folder, and they go out and hang it in their car. And then they're staring at me every day that they drive the car. They can't forget about us. We're hanging right there. And like most people, even once it doesn't smell anymore, it's still hanging in their car unless they happen to get a new one, then they'll replace it, or they happen to sell their car, then replace it. Otherwise, it pretty much just stays there. So they're constantly getting reminded that you are their agent and they don't really talk to anybody else. Melissa mentioned tabletops. We put these in restaurants. They're literally like these little tabletops. These are ACA marketing as our services and stuff. And then if you notice on the back, we even have that income threshold on here, the federal poverty guidelines. We have that on here. Now, these don't have it, but since then, I highly recommend this blank space, put a QR code that either links them to your website or more information about yourself or an enroller, whatever you want to send them to, you can send them. Here's another version. We also do Spanish versions of these. And we put these, like I said, we go into restaurants, we put them in there. We're also having coffee cups made with our logo and our QR codes on there to give to the local restaurants in town that they can use instead of them having to buy more stuff. They can just use ours and we get free advertisement out. Melissa's handing me. So this is the real estate one. This is the one we put in the real estate. It talks about welcome to the new home. It's about our company. Some of the things we do, our services. There's actually our ribbon cutting picture with the chamber. We had our ribbon cutting. That goes into realtor packets. This is, we did a fall festival. This is a postcard that we handed out. So something a little bigger than a business card that gives a little more information. And then this is the back. It has my picture and then a couple of our agents there. And this is ACA generated, where we talk about, you know, if you're diabetic's a big one for ACA guys, because if you notice, US Health Advisors gets a lot of play on their ads, but it's an underwritten plan. So they can't take people with diabetics or heart conditions. So I go in on their ads and I literally start typing on people who are asking about pre-existing. I'll answer the question, be like, no, they can't help you, but I can. They do it very nicely. I never criticize the poster. I just do it very nicely. I know they can't help these people, but I can. And then what I usually will do, I'll reach out to the poster and I'll make a referral partner out of them because they can't handle anybody with pre-existings. And one thing about ACA, we can take all the pre-existings. That does not matter. And then this is one of our newest ones. This can work for ACA or Medicare. This is actually a refrigerator magnet. Has our information for 2022 or 2023 rather. It has who your agent's name is, the carrier that we went with. We write that in there. We write the carrier phone number, their policy number. Then of course our information's at the top. And then this is on their refrigerator. So if they have questions, they can call us, or if it's after hours or on the weekend, they have carrier information, they can call the carrier too. So just lots of different marketing pieces that we do. I think any and all of it is good. It's just how involved you want to get. Do you want to be more of on the phone dialing in social media and buying leads or generating leads, or do you want to be out in the field? Because they're two very different approaches. I was 100% field when I started, and COVID put me in the office basically. Because of COVID, I've also had to learn how to do, telesales and all that, which I've adapted. So now we do both. But in the beginning, it may be better to pick one or the other. I don't know how many brand new agents we in here, but if you really are brand spanking new, pick the one that maybe resonates with you best so you can give it your full attention. Is the worst thing about marketing is half-assing it. You don't post on social media once a week and say you do social media. That doesn't get you anywhere. You got to be deliberate with your posting. You got to be deliberate with your marketing. So whatever you choose, do it religiously and just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And I quote him a lot because it's the best line when it comes to marketing. Justin Brock says, everything works a little bit, nothing works a lot. And he is 100% absolutely true. Your grassroots, all the different ideas of grassroots, everything's going to work a little bit. Your social media, all the different levels of social media, everything's going to work a little bit. If you're dropping mail, if you're buying leads, that's going to work a little bit. But when you have a full rounded marketing plan, you're going to get a lead here and a lead here and a lead here and a lead here. And the next thing you know, you wrote 10 policies this month or this week, which turns into 50 this month.
Rebecca, do you want to show them where the content planner is on Canva?
I think we got some questions here I need to hit first. Let's see. Can you get referrals from healthcare.gov for those that want assistance? Yes, you can. It's called Help on Demand. And there is a training for it that you have to do to get access to it. And then you put it on your information and the hours you want to work, and then we'll send you leads as they come available. Now, you only get 15 minutes to agree to accept the lead when they send it to you. If you don't accept it, then they move it on to the next agent and they will take it out of your system. So you got to be very proactive on it. And a lot of times those people too are literally self-enrolling and they just have a question. So when you do help them, you got to really kind of convince them why they should use you versus just doing it themselves, because that's how they found you, is literally they're signing up for themselves and they had a question. So yes, there is leads. Mark, I bought the book the first day it came out. Awesome. Jennifer, the book is great. Thank you. So marketing ideas for different states, not local. You're local to your own state. I don't understand. You would take these ideas and do them in your market. Or if you don't want to do like local marketing, like door-to-door kind of stuff, then that's where the social media comes in, and that's where the mail drop comes in. So everything I'm sharing with you, you can translate this to any state, any county, any town. It's not just here. It doesn't just work here, it works everywhere. Where do I get the table tents from? I had those made by a guy down in Houston. Melissa, does Vistaprint do table tents as well?
Yes, they'll do table tents, staples. We've created some, I think, at Staples before. And it's just a matter of you create what you want in Canva and you literally download it, go over to their website, upload it to there, arrange it how you want it on the table tent, and print it.
Any other questions?
Do you want me to take it back over for 1 second?
Where did I get the air fresheners created? I found a guy on, I just Googled it, but the guy that I actually do it with, there's a QR code in my book, Ronald, and I'm pretty dang sure your wife has it. So just find that page and you'll get the QR code for it. I think it's even discounted. Any of the QR codes in my book generally is discounted. So just use those. You usually get either a free something initially or a discounted rate. I negotiated with all the vendors that I put in there for that. Any other marketing questions? Do you want Melissa to go over Instagram or anything like that actually in there, or? Doesn't seem like it. I think they're good. Any other questions as a whole? This is our last day. I think I am going to give you guys a bonus round in October once all the changes hit to catch you up to speed for the new year. But this is our last day. So if you have any other questions on anything we've covered, like I said, I'm building out the whole replay book for you. So you'll have access to that anytime you can go back to watch it, anytime you need it. Intake form will also be in there. If you are sitting with a client and you have a question, just reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. I'm very active on that. If I don't answer you, it's just literally because I'm slammed busy myself, and I promise I will get to it. You're welcome, Andrea. You know, there is honestly, no matter what part of this business you do, there is so much to learn, and it's a constant learning. You're never going to get it all in one place, but you have to start putting the pieces together. And I hope these 5 days have really put the pieces together for you on what ACA is, why you need to sell it, how you need to sell it, and hopefully even how to get in front of clients. I mean, there is no wrong way to do this business as long as you're doing it with the best intent for your clients. And I'm always willing to help agents that want to help people. So reach out whenever you need.
And my email is in the chat in case anybody has any questions or needs any help. So by all means, reach out.
Well, I thought I was going to get hit with a whole bunch of last minute questions, but I think everybody has gotten it. If you come up with something, reach out or even post it in the Medicare bill group. I know a lot of you are in that group, and you can post it and then I can kind of answer it for everybody. And as soon as I have that one recording edited and everything put together, I'll send an email out for you guys to make it your login to it. And then you'll have access to all the replays. You can watch them as often as you like. It's been fun. It's been a pleasure. I hope this helps you. I want to hear your results. I want to know when you sold your first one. If you never sold one, please tell me. And I hope you all write 100, 200, 1,000 in AEP, because it is totally doable. Happy OEP, AEP, everybody. Thank you.